Mike Tirico, Greg Oates, and welcome to this game. Jake Moody going to get it started. Off we go in the snow from MetLife Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
And Dart was the second quarterback taken in this year's draft, only behind Cam Ward out of Miami. And you look back to his time with Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, he put up some monster numbers. And you got to think, he's the youngest quarterback of the entire 25 draft. So can he transition to a pro-style offense? Can he play the style in which they want to play in New York? From a physical standpoint, from an athletic standpoint, like Jackson Dart looks like the prototypical modern-day NFL quarterback. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On second down, Dart. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
On first down, Dart on the run to the right. He'll tuck it and take off. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. A big-time play out of the G-men. 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
To throw, it's Dart on first and 10. This is caught at the 2. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Tracy trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4 down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Singletary is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
You know, it's funny, Mike, I think in conditions like this, when you play games in these elements, everyone assumes it puts a lot of pressure on the offense, and it's actually the contrary. The offense knows where they're going. They can collect their feet, they can collect their way, but it's the defense that is more of a reactive state, and those are the guys that have a hard time keeping their footing. You see them slipping and falling, so early offensive success doesn't really surprise me, and now they have the ability to play from a lead.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Giants will take a 7-0 lead.
Commanders, nothing.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
Take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They're led out by the former number 2 overall pick. That was back in 2015, Marcus Mariota.
And you think back to his days at Oregon, Mike, Heisman Trophy winner, that dynamic dual-threat athlete at the quarterback position. It just seems like ever since that leg injury, he hasn't been able to recapture that old self. But make no mistake about it, this is a veteran, talented quarterback that has his eyes set on not only leading this team today, but leading them to victory.
First down throw there is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
That's good for a
13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Commanders first down.
30-yard line.
They'll run, and this is Jeremy McNichols. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 7.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
He'll go right and find his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Commanders are on the board. It's 7-3.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
Moody comes back on the field after making the field goal. He's set to kick off. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense ready to get going with their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down.
brings up
Not every
2nd
pass
and
has to be
1.
thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
A carry here for Tracy. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
39-yard line.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. He'll step up and run this. A big play for the Giants. 56 yards.
A 56-yard gain on the play. That's another Giants first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
That's about as electric as it gets for the quarterback position. There's just frankly not a lot of guys in the league that are capable of making such a play. You could see when he turned into a runner, there was an extra gear in there, and when he was all said and done, he sets up 1st and goal.
Here's a run. And nothing develops there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
From back at the 6-yard line, what can they do on 3rd and goal?
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Koo's kick is good. And the Giants go out to a 10-3 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. A quick slant on the money to McClure. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Gain of 19 yards.
They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Washington.
1st and 10 at the
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
It's Samuel on the screen. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And they bring them down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Man in motion is Brown. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is first and goal from the 1. McNichols is in. Touchdown, Washington.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback Jackson Dart heading back out to the field. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
No gain on the play.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. He'll bring up third down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Tied at 10 apiece. We're back to upstate New York. in just a moment. Giants football here to begin the second quarter. 3rd down and 3 as we are ready to get back underway. 3rd and short. Here's Dart. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson.
A gain of 6.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
They'll run with Tracy. And he'll try to drive forward. Not a bad gain in these conditions. We'll give him about 5 yards.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He's got it. That's a 1st down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Now, a handoff to Singletary. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have a Giants 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
Just a great effort by the back. I mean, just the ability to keep your legs moving, to make sure he had enough to pick up the 1st down. He's able to move the chain by a few, and just a great call, great execution, especially given the circumstances.
This one is caught by Robinson. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Dart going to throw it on 2nd down.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
This is 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the Giants are going to have first and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Giants.
That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
They'll run here with Singletary. And this one's ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. Jart gonna fake the give and hold on to it. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
Third and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Forced out left. And he'll be forced to throw that one away. Excellent work defensively. It took away all the options, and now it is fourth and goal.
You know, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Giants going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, McNichol. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
They'll go again with McNichol. And tough for the defenders as well to get leverage and get their hands on him. Taken down after a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. On the give, it's McNichol. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
The motion man here is McClure. He'll try to pick this up with a pop pass. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
For a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll come up here, first and 10. The slot man in motion right. This one, give it up, and here's Debo. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. On the ground, here's McNichols. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Third and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
So the drive will end there, and on comes Precipitation to punt on fourth down, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's first and 10. Throwing, dart. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
As you could probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
And he's going to have this one up near the 28. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Giants.
First down. First and 10 at the 28.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
This one is caught by Hodges.
Complete to Isaiah Hodgins. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 37-yard line.
Second and a yard. Throwing again, dart. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. That is incomplete. Throw took him out of bounds, and it will be third down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
On third and 1, it's Dart. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will have a Giants first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on third and a yard.
Third and short, you think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Throwing is Dart. Complete. Finds his man Hodges.
Dart's pass. Complete to Isaiah Hodgins. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Dart. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Looking to throw. It's Dart. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
It is 3rd and long. To throw is Dart. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
At their own 29-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where it almost never snows. These two teams dealing with a light dusting, and that's expected to go on into the second half. Who handles it better? Let's go back out to the stadium and check in with our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we get ourselves ready for this second half. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. Samuel gonna see what he can do. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. out wide. It's McLaurin. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
And in motion is Brown. He'll look to throw. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now it's 2nd and 1. And in motion is Brown. Now they'll set up to throw. That finds Samuel working across. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 9. Throwing now from the gun. That's complete. John Bates, the tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And on 3rd down, that ball's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on down. The Giants offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. Dart gonna keep this on his own read. And he's He's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
It's
A gain there of 20. That's good for a Giants first down.
First and 10.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
He'll decide to keep this once more. He'll take this forward for about 5.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
15-yard line.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Here's a run with Singletary. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. I think the decision of whether or not you kick the field goal or keep your offense on the field, Mike, comes down to, do you have a play on your call sheet you love? Do you have a critical down, fourth down play that you know is going to work? Because if you do, now's the time to dial it up, be aggressive, and extend this drive.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Singletary. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on fourth down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
And he'll have a Commander's first down as he's able to take it up to the 30-yard line.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
They'll run. It's McNichol. And pick up 3 or maybe 4. Tyler Newman is there for the stop.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And in motion is Brown. They'll look to throw. Back by the former Saint, Olsen Adebo. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend that lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of shotgun. It's dark. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To the air on 2nd down. Dark. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
The Giants sending out their punter. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by Olsen and he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. We're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
On is Koo for the point after. He's got it. And the Giants will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Giants 20, Commanders 10.
So out is Koo. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. Right back to the air following that pick 6. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That one incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Giants offense and their quarterback Jackson Dart heading back out to the field. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
2nd and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Giants.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Here comes the jet sweep. He'll take this forward for about 5.
So, of course, these plays are designed, Mike, to get big gains, but even though that's not the case here, what these plays do is they keep the defense off balance. They match up with their regular traditional run game. They match up with all their pre-snap motions and shifts. So it just adds a little eye candy and makes this defense, the second they take their eyes off the read, if they guess wrong, that's where the big plays come and complement off of it.
We'll swing this out wide to Tracy. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
3rd down, they need 5. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. A run here. It's Chris Rodriguez. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's a run with McNichols. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He manages to give the throw away and completes it. 14 on the pickup. First down, Washington.
That's good for a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
The Commanders about to send this one away. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Dart. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Out of the gun, 3rd down. It's Dart. And that is Incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. The rookie out of Penn State, Abdul Carter, in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Moving to his right. He's going to run it. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
The motion man here is McClure. And run play here for McNichols. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's fourth down.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. The Giants offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll go play action here with Dart. Look wide, get this one complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Dart. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 8
I got
yards
high
to go.
standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That is Good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks. But right now, it's been a lot of double coverage. It's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative freeing him up.
Now a pass deep from McLaurin. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Dexter Lawrence. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Giants' 41-yard line.
2nd down, they need 7.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, as you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
And that's going to be over everyone. Incomplete. Nothing ever really developed there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Now it's the Arizona product that is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. It'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
At the 9-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Taking off, he'll try to, and he will score! Game on! Marcus Mariota, touchdown Commanders! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Dart. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark. The Giants sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting set to get back to work. On the handoff, McNichols trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now they'll set up to throw. The ball comes out. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. That one secured by the tight end Bates. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. A carry here for Tracy. And good work here defensively. They force him out after a gain of just a yard. And now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Throwing is Dart. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
So now, after the made field goal, back out is Koo to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense back onto the field for their next possession. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Right here down the field will fall incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Commanders 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now, 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw yet again. He's got a man. That's Traylon Burks. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants get it done. They get it done to the delight of this crowd. We saw a snowball or two launched in jubilation as time expired. Now these fans are going to have to battle the roadways. Safe getting home, folks, but sure it was worth it after a home victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.